So I will take 5 more minutes just to start the technical aspects. I will be back within 2 minutes. Yeah. I just want to confirm the participants. Ebin BM, are you there? Ebin BM? Ebin
Yes,
BM?
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Sanjay Kalta.
Yes, sir, present. I'm
Yeah.
here.
Anjali Salif, are you here? Anjali Salif? Anjali. Anjali, are you here? Okay. Austin, you are here, right? Austin.
Yes, I'm here, present, sir.
Aparna Suresh. Aparna Suresh.
Yes, sir, I'm present.
And Anjali Suresh. Anjali Salif, sorry. Anjali Salif, are you back? Could you please identify who is this 1624 Department of Business Administration BBA?
Sir, that's Tanya. I'm Tanya, Mary Tanya.
Mary Tanya, you are also there in the final round. In my data, I couldn't find yours. Are you there?
No, I'm not there in the final round. I'm there. I'm there as a coordinator, so I thought that I'll see how it's working.
Okay, okay, fine. So, this time it's Aradi, right? Aradi Salif. Who
Yes,
was
sir.
it? Yeah. Okay. Tanya, you can view through the streaming facility. You can exit from here. It's anyway. It's a live stream. You can see it from there. Arati,
Yes, sir.
yeah, Arati, Anjali Salif is not there.
There's some net issues, sir. She'll be back soon.
She will be back. So I think we should not waste our time. We will start the process. I'm going to start streaming. So we will be here. And Arati, I request you to introduce all the participants and give an welcome to the jury members also. The details are there in that poster. Arati, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I will call you once the streaming starts. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Are you prepared with the poster? Arati, are you prepared? Arati, respond to me when you are ready. I will start the streaming only at that time.
Yes, sir.
Are you prepared?
Sir, shall I introduce the participants with their college names?
In case
Or
if you
just the
have the
name?
entire, if you have the entire information about them, it's up to you. You can go beyond the poster details perfectly.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to start and I will call you. Right. Very good evening, everyone. This is UN 75 with the Albertian Foundation of St. Albert's College Autonomous, the social outreach wing of St. Albert's College Autonomous is with the second session of UN 75 with the topic the impact of digital technologies. And this is a grand finale that is going to happen with regard to the UN 75 session 2. And tonight we will discuss how technologies can help our world fairer, a more peaceful and more just. How digital advances can support and accelerate achievement of sustainable development goals from ending the extreme poverty to reducing the maternal and infant mortality, promoting sustainable farming and decent work, and achieving universal literacy. But the technologies can also threaten the privacy, erode security, and fuel inequality. There are a lot of things that our five members who are going to share on today. And I invite Aradi Salif, who is the coordinator, student coordinator for UN 75 session 2, to welcome each and everyone to this program. Over to you, Aradi.
A very good evening to the respected panel of judges and my dear fellow participants. St. Albert's College Autonomous and Albertian Foundation is proud to host UN 75, the impact of digital technologies. Technologies can help make our world fairer, more peaceful, and more just. Digital advances can support and accelerate achievements of sustainable development goals, from ending extreme poverty to reducing maternal and infant mortality, promoting sustainable farming and decent work, and achieving universal literacy. But technologies can also threaten privacy, erode security, and fuel inequality. They have implications for human rights and human agency. Like generations before, we governments, businesses, and individuals have a choice to make in how we harness and manage new technologies. I guess today we have a very hot topic on discussion, and it is a ever debatable topic. And I warmly welcome all the finalists to the session. And we have five participants, and these are Sanjay Kalita, Anjali Salif, Aparna Suresh, Austin Xavier, and Eben BM. Once again, congratulations to all the participants and all the best.
Thank you, Aaron.
Sorry, Arjun. It's not Xavier, it's Cyrus.
I'm sorry on that part.
So thank you very much, Sarati, and thank you very much, Austin, for correcting. And we are moving to the process. And as you are aware, the grand finale of UN Session 2 consists of 3 levels. The first level is the presentation level, where all the participants will get humble opportunity to present the program and the topic in the round, and round 1 carries 40 marks. And our faculty members, um, Professor Mary Joseph, who serves as the Dean of Student Affairs, the jury member, she have joined with us. She will be there throughout the program. And Professor Bruce Matthew, who is an LMS expert, he will also be there to judge the digital technology aspects that will be shared throughout your program. And so, repeating, in the round 1, which is a presentation round, you will get, it's out of 40, and in round 2, which is basically a deliberation round, where you will get 5 minutes. Where each participants will get at least max to 5 minutes, and where we will have a deliberation round, which will be not controlled by us. It is self-initiated discussions and deliberations, and that round carries 30 marks. And in the last round, that is a message or the concluding message round, where the call for action is being taken. That round will carry another 30 marks. So each participant will be evaluated out of 100 marks, 40 for the round 1, 30 for the round 2, and 30 for the round 3. And 3 jury members, Professor Mary Joseph, Professor Bruce Matthew, and myself, will evaluate you all. And based on that, at the end of the program, we will have a winner who is going to be named as an ambassador of UN 75 with regard to the topic, the digital technology aspects. So best wishes, everyone. We'll start the program with the order. Ebin as a presenter 1, followed by Sanjay second, Anjali third, Austin fourth, and Aparna Suresh fifth. So whenever you are presenting or whenever you are speaking in front of others, I request you to on your video and interact with others. Even if it is in the presentation round or in the deliberation round or in the concluding message round, you have to own your videos whenever you are interacting. So over to you, Mr. Ebin BM from Thiruvananthapuram, who is from St. Albert's College Autonomous. Ebin.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Perfectly. Jury members, please note Ebin BM out of 40. Ebin, over to you.
Yes, sir. So a warm good evening to one and all. Technology. Today, we are living in a world with full of technologies. Technology in the sense, it can be information technology, artificial intelligence, digital technology, etc. Technology is a very important aspect to our day-to-day life. Today, I'm here to share some of my views about digital technology and its some impacts. Digital technologies are the electronic tools, devices, or systems that helps to generate or store data. Digitalized learning is a type of learning that we are often following now. With the help of this digitalization, we are moving the world through this time, Corona period, COVID-19. We all know that we are facing a great pandemic disease, that is COVID-19. So in order to move our country or the world to forward, we need technology. Technology helps to improve our communication, collaboration, social networking, etc. When I heard the word digital, the first thing come to my mind is the digital India. Digital India is a program organized by the government of India to transform the India into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. It means that to transform the India into a developed country with enriching the economy as well as the society. Digital technology has a huge impact on our society. For instance, some of the services like media, films, or even transactions are becoming digital. Digitalization is not a new phenomenon because it has been developed especially in the field of IT, that is information technology. In the case of public means of transportation, companies like Uber, Oyo are using digital technologies to transform their business and communicate a new way to the customers. The digital payment devices like, apps like Google Pay, Paytm are helpful for the digital payments. Due to this digitalization, vehicles, household appliances, or even our dresses are built in computers as well as the sensors. If you take a coin, it has two sides, heads or tails. Likewise, digital technology has also two sides, positive as well as the negative. If the positive aspects has been in positive impacts has been of our digital technology has been in our fundamental needs of the humans like health, education, art, legal environment, etc. In the case of the health industry or the advancement in the health, we can see that the doctor can treat the patient through the virtual environment with the help of video conferencing. Or if they have any problems with regarding to their health, they can scan or take X-rays. It is also a digital advancement. When we come to this educational purpose, as already I mentioned about that, the great pandemic disease, the COVID-19, students are unable to go to the schools or colleges. So in this time, so we are using or we are following the online classes through Google Meet or Zoom, etc. With the help of these apps, the students can interact with their teachers and clarify their doubts. If they have more doubts, they can Google it or they can search in any other webs or like YouTube or any other websites, etc. In the field of legal environment, the judge can hear the case through video conferencing if the culprit or the criminal cannot attend the court due to some security reasons. Digital technology has also improved in our economy also. When we come to the negative aspects or negative impacts, the most of the things has been negative because of the positive aspects, because we are using this digital technology in the social media or through the mobile phones or laptop or computers. It will cause a great pain to our body, our stress and problem in our ears, eyes, etc. And it also leads to a destructive mind in our creativity mind, destructive in a creativity mind. Although digital technology has a positive sides, the negative sides also increasing day by day. The modern technology, modern society, of the impact of the modern society in the digital technology is very broad and wide-ranging. It helps to improve our technology. It helps to improve our communication. It helps to improve our collaboration. It helps to improve our efficiency. Also, it helps to improve our productivity. It also prosper in the field of politics, economics, etc. I also want to add one more thing is that use this technology only for our needs and not use for our greeds, because we all know that the cyber crime is increasing day by day. So in order to overcome these problems, we want to use the technology in efficient manner. So once Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, said that it's not a faith in technology, it's a faith in human beings. So use the technology only for our needs, not for our greeds. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ebin. The next participant, Sanjay Kalita. Jury members, please note Sanjay Kalita from Guwahati, Assam. Over to you, Sanjay.
Thank you, sir. Hello and good evening, everybody. Respected professors, my colleagues in the panel, and all those who are watching us live. My name is Sanjay Kalita, and as sir said, I am from Assam, currently doing my B.Ed from Dr. Anita Bura Sharma College of Education in Guwahati. I'm very thankful to Alpha Foundation for giving me an opportunity to share my views in the intercollegiate presentation and discussion forum under the title UN 75, The Impact of Digital Technologies. Throughout history, technological achievement has changed the way we live. Today's digital revolution is reshaping the way we manufacture, communicate, and provide services and products. Today, our lives are guided by data. As per some reports, nearly 94% of the world's information is digital. So, digitalization is what we see. It is all around us. It might be in the form of social media or any convenient app. So, digital data are becoming a fundamental part of our life. So, everybody of us either own a fridge, a microwave, or an electric oven, or name any household appliance or any vehicle or any machine. Most of them are equipped with some kind of built-in microprocessors, because of which it is making our life more comfortable to live. Digital technologies has positive impacts on the fundamental aspects of our culture, law enforcement, art, agriculture, climate change, education, healthcare, transportation, and the list goes on. In the field of health sector, the use of technologies has increased the life expectancy of human life by helping in diagnosing some diseases earlier. Now we use some mobile applications or a mobile monitoring device like blood pressure monitoring systems and blood sugar monitoring systems. So what it does, it makes us aware, and it keeps us it helps us in making or keeping an eye on our blood sugar level and blood pressure level, and we can take actions accordingly by consulting a doctor at home. So this reduces the need to go to hospital, so it has some serious health impact also. Then some technologies we are using nowadays, like digital watches. So digital watches, they are keeping our track of our heartbeat, and they are keeping track of our daily physical activities. Then again, one more important thing which is boosting nowadays currently, that is known as your telemedicine. This sector is also boosting, where patients can take advice from any doctor while they are at home. Then in field of education, digitization has helped many distance program available for someone or everybody, which were not available for them. That means many distance and open learning programs which were not available or earlier, now they are available in virtual platforms, and which has given access to the number of students who otherwise would have been excluded. And this is helping the society to be a more sustainable. Now the use of interactive blackboards. Earlier we had to use blackboards. Now we are having interactive blackboards, interactive boards which are connected with internet. And this is making teaching process more fun, and teaching learning process more fun and interesting too. Now in this current time of COVID, we are watching, or we are looking in a tremendous impact of digital technologies, as nowadays we are taking online classes through technologies, through internet. Then classes are been taken in televisions and through on radio also. So coming to the point of transportation. So in transportation, what happens, apps like or this Ola, Uber. So they have revolutionized how we travel. Now we can use GPS also, GPS to avoid our heavy traffic, and we can use our mobile phone or any computer applications for booking our airplane ticket or bus ticket or train ticket. Then we can track our package in real time from anywhere in from the earth. So if we are sending something, we can track it, we can see where it is. Now it digital technologies has also given us a boost and in the field of food security. Now, as per some reports, by 2050, we'll be needing twice as much as food as we are consuming today. So we are facing a food security problem also. So to overcome this and to get maximum productivity by minimum inputs, digital technologies will play a great role. Some of steps have been taken already, like use of drone, which uses specifically specified some targets of targeted weeds. Then it can uproot the weed or burn them by using high intensity razor. So this, what it does, it reduces 90% of chemical weedicides used in the field. Now again, some more modern technologies are even used, like using of microsensors, sorry using of microsensors. So what it does, they keep on monitoring the growth of the plants and send the real time data to the smartphone of the farmer, and say that what is the right time to harvest. So again, use of drones. We can use of drones and satellites to monitor and to map the crop is being done. So they are identifying the unhealthy crop, and they are sending those data to the smartphone of the farmer. It's not in the case only in the field of crops or fruits, but in case of livestock also. Use of radio collars, electronic tags, and thermal cameras is also being used to monitor the livestock. Now, in the year 2013, the first hamburger was made using cultured meat that was grown in Netherlands. So digital technologies has also helped there also. Now, in case of job, yes, digital by using more and more digitized facilities, or we are seeing looking some unemployment problem. But we can say yes, that is a negative side of it. But in the long run, we will see that due to use of this digitization or digital technologies, the scope of employment will increase, and multiple new sectors will be needing some skilled person. Few of the examples are IT sectors, then data information sectors, data storage, system development, etc. Now it also has an impact on environment also, in impact in a positive way, not in a negative way, because as more and more we are getting digitized, we are using less and less paper. I am sure you all will agree with me. We are using less and less paper nowadays. Official works are done through electronic mediums only. So what it does, as we are reducing the number of papers, we are using less and less papers, we are saving more and more trees. Use of electric vehicles, that is also, it is contributing towards a green environment. Then I would like to share one example with you. We use this fridge. Now the fridge we used to use in previous decades used 90% more power. So that means we are getting more energy efficient fridges nowadays. So that is, it is impacting and taking us to a forward level where the environment is not being impacted. Then again, technologies are being developed which can monitor our power need by looking at our power consumption. What we does, it senses our power consumption level and it optimizes our power need. Then in it has an impact on commerce also. Nowadays people can buy and sell throughout the globe without which would have been not possible if it was not digitized earlier. Then in case of e-governance, so the citizens are having a better access to the government system and are being able to carry out their work without the need to be physically present in that office. So it has increased the efficiency of government, and citizens can now track their files in real time, and this has also reduced the corruption level. uh, nowadays, that is why government is also putting more and more emphasis on digitalization of rural areas also. Now, digitalization or use of digital technologies has done what it has taken the bank in everyone's pocket. Now, due to modern digital technologies, people has acquired the capacity to access the financial instrument. So, as for example, earlier what we used to do, we had to pay our electric bill, we had to stand in a long queue. But nowadays, from any at any instant of time, or at any instant, might be it at day, at midnight, or whenever, we can pay our electric bill from our cell phone. So this is what the positive impact is. Yes, there are some negative impacts of digital technologies, which I have mentioned already, like unemployment, and also it has created a loss in our creative skills. Like nowadays, using more and more digital technologies, what we have done, we are wasting our valuable time in doing something which are uh, not what I can say, not that much productive for us. So those are some things which must be taken care of. But when we compare both positive and negative sides side by side, what we see, the positive side wins. So in short, use of digital technology has improved the way we live, and it is on us how we use digital technologies. A more sensible way of handling with some government plans and policies, along with the international support, we can build a better future using these technologies. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. We'll move to the next presenter, Anjali Salif. Anjali, over to you, Anjali.
Hello, am I audible?
Perfectly.
A warm evening to one and all. Digital technologies has become an integral part of people's life, both in professional as well as personal lives. Economic growth, business productivity, connecting with each other, and so on are results of digitalization. Digital technologies have given rise to numerous platforms to share information in numerous formats. The world walked blindly into the digital revolution. Now, as we edge towards 2020 and usher into a new AI-driven 5G connected reality, it would do us all well to pause and reflect on this new normal. We can see by looking at the statistics across the globe over the past 12 months that mobile and internet adoption has continued to grow alongside the population growth. Now, taking a look back at a glimpse of the history of digitalization, John Vincent Atanasoff was an American physicist and inventor who is credited with inventing the first electronic digital computer. Atanasoff invented the first electronic digital computer in the 1930s at Iowa State College. Now, because digitalization caused an increased communication, easy and fast access to the new markets, increase in the marketing channels, the development made a positive impact to the economy. As a result of the huge impact that e-commerce had made on the internet, the dimensions of commerce have changed a lot in the past few years. Now, to define digital technology. Even though digital technology has a broad range of definition, but in simple words, we can say digital technologies are data that is processed and shared digitally through electronic tools, systems, devices, and resources. These include social media, applications, multimedia, productivity, online games, cloud computing, and so on. Well-known examples include the online games, multimedia, and mobile phones. Digital learning is any type of learning that uses the technology. A new edge has brought a new wave combined with digital information that many enterprises seek digital transformation processes by exploiting the connections between the systems, people, places, and things. Now, the main purpose of digital technology is to enable individuals to work in collaboration towards the achievement of common goals and objectives. There are studies with a prime objective of exploring the results of digitalization and impact of revolution on progress in public and private sectors, with professional help to enhance the revolutionary missions to make India a powerful country of the world. India is already home to one of the world's largest and fastest growing bases of digital consumers and is digitalizing faster than many mature and emerging economies. India had 560 million internet subscribers in September 2018, second only to China. Digital services are growing in parallel. India before digitalization was a country with maximum population, educated and skilled people with very less job opportunities. But after digitalization, we can see that Indians have lots of opportunities due to the revolutionary digitalization mission and Make in India mission going on hand in hand. There are lots of challenges, hurdles, and criticism faced, but the vision of Digital India has helped in pushing the economical bars of India a little higher and bring pride to our nation. India has a huge market worldwide now with the economical revolution that happened due to digitalization and has demanded for the attention of many investors who wants to invest in India due to its rapid economic growth. Now, talking about the huge impact that digital technologies have made on the human development, we can see that even though technologies can help make our world fairer, more peaceful, and more just, the internet and digital technology may be impacting our physical and psychological development to a larger degree than we expected. Digital advances support and accelerate achievement of each of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, from ending extreme poverty to reducing maternal and infant mortality rate. But technologies can also threaten privacy, erode security, and fuel inequality. They have implications for human rights and human agency. We, governments, businesses, and individuals have a choice to make in how we harness and manage the new technologies. While research into this field is still in its infancy and there are no scientifically agreed upon conclusions, there are several areas where modern digital technology is certainly affecting the way that we interact with the world and the way our children's brains develop. Evidence suggests that reliance on the internet and mobile technology is shortening our attention spans. One recent study found that our average attention span has decreased by 4 seconds. That is down from 12 to 8, which is shorter than that of a goldfish. The biggest challenge faced by the digital evolution in India is the slow or delayed infrastructural development. Spectrum availability in Indian metros is about 1/10 of the same in cities of the developed countries. This might prove to be a major roadblock in providing high-speed data services. This digital divide also needs to be addressed to improve reach in the rural areas. Also, governments should incentivize startups for providing last-mile connectivity. Improving IT literacy is a huge task, which is extremely necessary for the digital services to catch up among the masses. Security of data, especially financial data, is a big concern. Digital medium is still relatively unsafe with data vulnerability and phishing attacks are a huge issue in commercial and financial transactions, and this needs to be addressed through the advanced fintech technologies. Technological companies should adopt public-private partnership while trying to foster innovation in a digital economy like India. Also, they must encourage better integration of automation, data, and new technologies into the legacy of the economy. Steps must be taken to introduce skills required to thrive in a digital economy at early levels, especially at schools. India today aspires to be the leader on every global technology platform, strengthened by its vibrant private sector, expanding technology capabilities, entrepreneurial potential, and rich diplomatic history. To build onto its legendary past and to maintain its leadership in IT, it's important that digital technologies are used to improve the public services, develop efficient trade mechanisms, and deliver financial inclusions through the advanced fintech technologies. All this can be achieved by leveraging the strong IT competencies of Indian technological companies and highly skilled Indian personnel having extensive experience with global corporations. The intent should be to deliver advanced digital solutions for the most intriguing problems of the country that makes a difference to the Indian economy. Although digital technology can impact society in a negative manner, most of the impact is positive. It helps make our lives better. Digital marketing services also helps people become more efficient, and this leads to increased productivity. Technology also enables us to save time and money. In the end, government services can be improved and efficiency in India's job market can be improved by the digital technologies. And it can be assured that digital technologies can create significant change in the economic value in India by the year 2025. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll move to the next participant, Austin. Mr. Austin, over to you.
So it's audible?
Yes, perfectly, Austin, but your video is not visible. Yeah, now it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, carry on, Austin.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Austin Sarnas Basil, second year BTech student of ISAC, Chemistry. On the impact of technology of, on the impact of improvement of technology. In today's era, the loyalty, there's no other way but to reinvent. The only sustainable advantage you have others is agility. That's it. Because nothing is sustainable and everything as you create somebody can replicate. The mother of technologies are they made in digital technologies to overcome and they withstand the peril caused by the pandemic. In impact of technologies can help make our world better and more peaceful and most just. Digital advancements can support and accelerate achievement of each of the other is on 17 sustainable development goals from the ending extreme poverty to reducing materials and in front of promoting sustainable farming and decent works and achieving university literacy. But technology can also threaten privacy, erode and security and fuel inequality. They have implements of the human rights and the human agencies like generations before, like governments, businesses, and individuals have a choice to make it how we harness and manage new technologies. In technologies advanced, they have raised commonly literal autonomous weapons and cyber attacks. The weaponization and the boats and the drones are they investing the extreme attacks. There has also been a new criminal activity involving data hacks and ransomware. For example, like meanwhile cooperation is under the strain, diminishing for global potential for the prevention and the reduction on the conflict and violence in all forms. In inequality, they are only driven by the measurements of income, but are they determined by other factors: gender, age, origin, identical disability, sexual orientation, classes, and religion. These are the factors that determine inequalities of opportunity which continue to operate within and between countries. In some parts of the world, this divides the main becoming a more pronounced. Meanwhile, the gaps in new areas such as access to online and mobile technologies are emerging. The resulting complex mix of internal and external challenges that will continue to grow over the next 25 years. Overall, since 1990, the total global inequality across all the individuals in the world declined for the first time since the 1820s. Inequalities are only driven and income, but there are some income inequality between countries declined. Yet income inequality within countries has risen. This is the form of inequality people feel on daily basis. As we know, in the climate crisis, the climate emergency is a race. We are losing, but it is a race we can win, because in today's climate change, climate changes, we can see it's all over the world is full of causing by the climate changes. So it is because of the over technology doing, mainly we can say in the pollutions. It is killing the natural habit every day by day. So the technologies must be controlled in our hands, or else we can't live in this world, because we will have a shortage on food and water, insecurity, economical discrimination, and conflict and terrorism. Sea levels are rising. The Arctic is melting. Coral reefs are dying. Oceans and acidifying, and the forests have been burned. We can know the previous days. It is in Australia. There were a big of burning in the forest. It is clear that the business as usual as not good enough, as the invested cost of the climate change reaches invisible high. Now is the time for the broad connectivity action. In investing in health of an equilibrium future, good health is a fundamental human right and a pillar of the economical opportunity. There are too many people around the world exclusive. Meanwhile, the people are the more, while the percentage of international migrants has remained around 3% of global population over the past 2 decades. Um, the turning of around in the priority of the UN is in 2020, which also marks the 25th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration, platform for the action of the 20th anniversary of Security and Council Resolution in 1325 on women, peace, and security, and the 5th anniversary of the Sustainable Development Goals. In 2030, there is making an agenda for this inequality and more daily crisis. That is on the leave no one behind, serves as this rallying cry for the 2020 agenda for the sustainable development. That's for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Now we will move to the last participant of today in the presentation round. That's first round. Aparna Suresh, over to you, Aparna.
Thank you, sir. I hope I'm audible and visible.
Perfectly, Aparna. Carry on. Over to you.
Thank you.
Do you remember, please note, Aparna Suresh.
In January 2020, the world woke up to Future is Faster Than You Think, a book written by Peter H. Diamandis and Stephen Kotler. They say technology is accelerating far more quickly than anyone could have imagined. And in the next 100 years, you will experience more upheaval and create more wealth than you had in the past 100 years. A warm good evening. I'm here to speak on the topic, the impact of digital technologies. When the first industrial revolution affected the world in around 1760s, we never thought that we would experience another one affecting all our lives. And as IT sector prospered, again bloomed in an industrial revolution. Approximately 200 years from the first industrial revolution, around in the second half of 20th century, we again experienced a third one, which I prefer to call the digital revolution. And again, 20, 40 years later, today we are at the doorstep of fourth one, that is the Internet of Things. Just look at the speed of change. First, it was 200 years, then 100 years, and now we see technology developing year by year and day by day. And the fact is, no technology has reached more people in as short as a span of time as digital, and the fact is, it is not yet finished. From the first mobile phone in 1984 to broadband connection in 2000, Facebook in 2004, Digital India in 2015, Bitcoin in 2011, and to the latest development in educational and healthcare sector are all a sign of revolution. But was it a constructive or an obstructive sign of development. Can you even recall a period when you didn't Google something, when you didn't know what it meant to unfriend someone or surf the web or even take a picture from that palm-sized device that fits in your pocket? Last 20 years has given us immense contributions and innovations that has all made our lives easier, better. They have helped us to communicate better, help us to relate things, and it has completely made our lives comfortable. And do you remember a time when grandparents waited to book a trunk call and then those pagers and those long standing queues before STD booths? All of them suddenly transformed into a device in the tip of your hand. And suddenly you see a morning many social networking sites sprouting in your devices. It's true, they have made our communications easier, lives organized, works better. But isn't it dangerous too? They have affected our interpersonal communicational skills. And even if someone tells me that you can't talk to a person face to face through video chats, let me tell you that there is something called the screen between them. We even saw the extreme versions of cyberbullying among children. And today, nowadays in our lives, we see something very unusual. They just look like human beings, but they aren't. They are just mechanical in nature. Yes, I'm talking about humanoid robots. They have made our life simpler, easier, and safer. But the fact is, the amount of labor that we thus in years are done by them in just minutes and seconds. And the number of poor people in our country are increasing day by day. They are even failing to meet the targets of 2 square meals per day. It's all because of our digital technologies and their innovations. And now coming into the current pandemic sector, epidemics and pandemics have been affecting us since no time. SARS, H1N1, Ebola, all have shown their teeth in the past. But each of such outbreaks or diseases have made us or have taught us how to fight, overcome these epidemics. And today, when the world is running behind vaccines and searching out for vaccines, I personally believe that digital technology itself is a vaccine. It may not be able to prevent the onset of this disease, but then it can surely control the spread, aware, educate, and empower those on the ground about the consequences and may help to prevent them from the increasing level of spread. Again, what I'm trying to tell you is that digital technology has helped our lives in each and every single aspect of our lives, taking healthcare. And in an analog, ill-equipped healthcare system that cannot cope with the swiftly emerging pandemics which have been crossing international borders within weeks, digital technology has made it simpler. It has been working in each and every single field, from the very basic step of identifying, tracking, then home quarantine, checking whether the person turns out to be positive or negative, medical supplies, and then clinical management. All of these are being done to worldometers, artificial intelligence, and all of these are done with the help of digital technology in the healthcare system. We even see them performing surgeries. Hence, it has done a very great impact in all our lives. Economy, they have done wonders. With the help of, again, artificial intelligence, digital payments, tele-healthcare systems, remote working, all have made the lives better. I know the world is facing a very bad economy, but then I personally believe that it is these digital technologies that helped our country or our world from falling into more serious pitfalls. Education. From a state where children didn't know how they could learn something, hopes have started rising in their minds that they could learn something with the help of remote learning, that is this online educations through various apps. And many apps like Byju's, Tencent Talks, Din Talks, all is getting popular through their educational policies like free access to education. Some people believe that they will not be able to do justice as they will not be imparting traditional educational skills, which is imparted only through classroom talkings. And again, they may not have proper bandwidth connections. All those are the negative impacts of digital technologies. But then I personally believe that digital technologies has favored us in our lives better than having negative impacts. Taking about India, India has leapfrogged into a mobile-first country, and it houses one of the largest manufacturers, smartphone manufacturers in the world. And the fact is, India has more number of smartphones than the entire population of US. And now the digital revolution in India is unique as it is not only going along with the people who are connected to internet deployment, but are also taking up with them those who are yet to get onto internet highway, and they want everyone to be getting fruits from this wonderful economy. So, as such, it does have great impact on all our lives, and it's even supporting the UN Sustainable Development 17 goals. So, in each and every single aspect of life, digital technology has done wonders. As Ralph Lombardia said, the proper aesthetic response to digital technology is to just see them as a new window on everything that is eternally human and to conceive them, to receive them with joy, wisdom, fearlessness, and with passion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was wonderful presentations by all the five participants. So next round, we are moving to the next round. Do remember, please note, we are moving to the next round. In the round one, we had presentations of Mr. Ebin BM, Sanjay Kalita, Anjali Salif, Austin Severnius. Is that how it pronounced?
Yes,
Yeah.
Savinus.
And your last name, I'm sorry.
Aparna
My
Suresh.
last name is Austin Savinus Basil, please.
Basil, yeah, Basil. And Aparna Suresh. Okay, that was a wonderful presentation by all the five participants, and I believe that this conversation is very healthy, and it do contribute to a lot of further conversations in the coming days. And moving to the next round, that's the deliberation round. I request everyone to open up your video streams. I mean, the video camera buttons so that we can see all the participants during this deliberation round. And we will have 15 minutes of deliberation time. So you are free to do, and you can, it's free to share anything. You can discuss in between, you can discuss about the topics that was shared earlier. In case if you want more clarity, you can ask the other participants. In case if you want to complement or supplement something, it's that's a time for the deliberation. I mean, in the deliberation round, you can do that. So over to you, dear participants. You have to switch on your videos. Over to you all. 8, we will take till 8:15.
Okay, so I was listening to everybody, and my colleagues made some very serious points, and those are quite interesting points actually. So I was taking some notes. Uh, my fellow said about some security issues, and yes, that is a very great issue in today's digital world, like phishing attacks, then theft. Because nowadays, what happens? Who has the data? He is the owner, and he's the boss. We can say it like that. Now, banking issues, sharing nowadays. What happened in India? In case of India, if we see, or I'm not talking about other countries, but if in case of India, the digital literacy rate is very low. Though in pen and paper we can show that yes, we are moving, we have more cell phones than US. As my colleague said, we are using more cell phone than US, but the truth is, on the ground, we are not that literate yet. We don't know how to use digital platforms yet. So for an example, still nowadays we are getting some scam, like people are sharing their bank pin, ATM card pin, and password and all. So what we have to do for that, we have to make people more aware in the grassroots level. It's not only like that we are just talking in pen and paper, but we have to work there. Then we have to make people aware how to use safe sites, like we used to type just, or we used to just search in Google for example, I'm taking for Facebook. Most of the people, they use some of us are there who are using just Google, like facebook.com or just Facebook, but they don't used to see the URL. There what happens, if there is just Facebook, just BOOK instead of BOOK, if I can write BUK and I can post it, because it's very easy for to do the hacking and all. So there is known as phishing attack. So if somebody just click in, and you will get a same page like Facebook, you will just log in there, you will be given routed to the Facebook, but the hacker will get your information. So those are few things which we need to make people more aware, because the population of India is so much, and the rural area people, they don't know much about it. So what we have to do, we have to make them aware of that. Then again, I would like to put some emphasis the truth of digitalization in India. Though again, I am saying, though we are telling that in grassroots level we are working, but what about the education sector? Why can't we use more and more digital technology nowadays? Though during this COVID period we are using this video conferencing or such type of things, online learning, online even in some places we are taking online examinations also in schools nowadays. Online examination is also in trend. But what about some government schools? What about the students out there? Since the technology, what I found out is that expense of the technology is more, then we don't have proper trained teachers for that. Again, one more important thing is during when we use these digital technologies, what we see, students sometimes what happened, I personally saw that when we are taking classes online, students sometimes gets bored, and what they do, they just skip the class, or they just minimize the button, and they used to do something else. So what it does, it is making us what one of my fellow also said, that it is making us less attentive, or our span of attention has decreased. So there are some fields where we should make our points, and we should think about it and what can be done. Again, they also, when in this digitized world we are going more and more digital, but still there are some fields where things are need to be done. As I am talking to you right now, I am from Assam. Now out of 33 districts, 25 districts are flooded as I am talking to you right now. So the flood situation is very worst here. It is the biggest flood since 1998 we have ever seen. So can we develop some technologies where we can safeguard people from these disasters and all? So there are some things which I would like to take your attention. So I would like to know from our panel what can be done in this. So over to you, my panel. Thank you.
Good evening. I would like to add some points to what my colleague said. The first point about educating people about the internet security and the cyber attacks. Even though we educate people to about these situations, we can only educate them to a certain extent, because, for example, you must all know about that the Facebook. The founder was accused of selling people's informations to advertisement companies, because and in that situation, I don't think we as a user can do anything, because we unknowingly are selling our information, and that actually affects the ads we see, or the advertisements we see. And when we see the same ads more often, than more than 2 or 3 times more often, we subconsciously get involved in it, and if by knowingly or unknowingly we are being a victim to these situations. So even though we educate the people about these situations, I guess there are still loopholes that we cannot do unless the applications or the softwares that are developed, they manage to reduce these cyber attacks or these problems. And about the second situation, as he said, that we need to bring more technologies to the education field as well. Yes, I do agree with him that our attention spans are being reduced, because even I have my online classes, and we know that just like the real classes, the virtual classes do not have or do not provide that much effectiveness, because paying too much attention to a computer screen is not really, you can say, a reality. And also there are many loopholes. The same way we can, our attention gets diverted, or we can literally bunk our online classes without our teachers knowing. So I guess we cannot replace our real life education system with technologies, but yes, we can use the digital technologies to enhance the way we present our educational classes. And that's it.
Hello, I would like to add on some points. Just like my friend said that India is still having many people not getting into the internet IV, I would like to add something to that point, because even in India, when we look into the statistics, women in India, it's just 2% of the whole population that is getting onto the internet. I It's a very important fact that we need to get resolved to it. And the other thing is about in the education sector. In the education sector, as we all know, during this pandemic, many online training programs have been. By the way, this is also to be actually conducted face-to-face program, and now due to the situation, we are doing it digitally. Again, there are many drawbacks due to this program. I mean, due to this facilities. But at the same time, I believe that more education, that is educational facilities have been reaching the people, especially in a state like Kerala. We see nowadays that mobile phones and televisions have been provided to those needy very quickly, and this problem of not getting education in each and every part of the state is getting resolved. And the flood aspect, I personally believe that when we witnessed the flood in 2018, we had this facility. I think it is Google Maps or something that is helping us to locate the people who are stranded in the flood. So we should develop such facilities and such technologies so that it would help us in natural disasters, not only in just flood, but also in droughts or whatever it may be. It would help us to rescue the people faster and also increase our what you call the fire and safety system. That's it. Thank you.
Uh, as we Sanjay and our colleagues said that I can say anything because in nowadays students can study through the technologies because nowadays because of the COVID in this current situation they used to take the classes in online as in the mobile phones, laptops, TV, like every social medias. So in 90s, in the case of the 90s students, they can't even take a they can't even take a class from that because it's a good thing about the technologies nowadays. And because we know cyber attacks, I mean more malware attacks, like so much of phishing like that. Nowadays people used to people used to browse not in typing www. I mean, while if for example, like hey Sanjay said or everyone said like that FB, they type only FB, then it will straight go to so many of websites like original website and the phishing websites and so much of that. So people don't use as on older days www dot something or the dot com. They don't use. So it's because they can you be fished in that thing. And like in apps also in the mainly in the mobile phones I'm seeing because like in the apps for example Facebook it is sharing our live location in everyone's phone. People don't know about the app because there are so many settings like live location. We are sharing our main details, our privacy details we are sharing to everyone because we don't know that he's seeing that he's no, he will not see like that. We don't know because our live location is also going down. It can be automatically camera will be on in mobile in laptop and phones. The Chrome is using a camera that we don't know about that thing. It's a new because day before yesterday I heard some webinars and in that I get some of information that in Chrome in the Chrome it is settings that the camera is always on. By any hacker which hacks through phishing or any apps, everybody's phone camera will be on, even though it is switched off. Even though it is switched off, everybody will everyone phones will be camera on and a microphone. So this is the main disadvantage in the technologies because if the data is on a person, he's the king. He can do anything. He can hack our bank accounts, our full details, A to Z full details we can. So it has more advantage and disadvantage like this. So and in climate, climate because by the flood, these things, we can't do anything by the technologies in that. Because if we use technologies in stopping this flood and causing people, it will harm our nature too. So, by the way, it's saying it will help our people, but tomorrow it will destroy. I mean, destroy our our condition of the climate and everything, because we used technologies and it is we destroyed so many things in the nature. That's why climate do like this. So if we do more and more, it will be cost. So by the putting the technologies in that, we can use our ideas to revive or revive from that causing, like flood, everything. Everything we should do something in that, not by putting technologies in all. We first of all, we don't so we look after this technology, that technology with for example, that the technology will do, we don't want to do like that. Don't put all the things in the technologies, mainly in social media network. So please make a privacy in your own. Don't put all the things in the phone, laptop, hard disk. If it is lost, the full details and everything will be published in public. So make a decision that don't trust technologies as so much. We can trust it because it is our providing so much things. So please don't trust don't trust. We can trust only 40 or 25%, because other than that, if anyone is hacking, we lost. So much of people are dying because of these reasons. So you can know this when the technologies came up to be stronger, so much of people are dying because of these things, that they lost the images, or so much of things. I'm not saying about that. So please be alert. That's I'm saying. Be alert always. And thank you.
Yes, what my friend says about the technology and its purpose of education. I also want to add that according to the Scripps Health, they claim that about an average person is using about 12 to 14 hours per day in the use of the social media networking. And in about only 3 to 4 hours they are using only for the study, educational purpose. So it is not good for their health also. It will cause the stress and problems in the mental as well as the physical. So digital technology does not make or does make a person more beneficial, and also it makes a person smarter. But we use in only a limited way. Don't lose our energy or use our health. And digitalization also facilitates more in the urban climate, noise pollution, air pollution, and also it helps for our health benefits also. So the digital capability of the business in the field of business is competitive, is day by day, and it is rapidly changing, and it also evolving, and there is an increasing the competition. And also we don't want to say that this technology is not a bad thing, but when we use it in a right way or use it in our own way, our own uses. So if it is using a good way, it will be good for us. So so we all know that it's cyber problems and all. So we use this technology only for our needs, not for our greeds. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. It's almost the time. In the round two, we had only 15 minutes, and we could understand the deliberations by each participants. Jury members, we are moving to the next round. That's round three. the conclusion or the concluding remarks from you all and a call for action. So request we will follow the same order. We'll start from Mr. Bin, followed by Sanchi, followed by Anjali, followed by Oshin, and we'll end with Aparna. And then we will move to the results part. So over to you, Ebin.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Perfectly. Carry on.
Yes. So digital technology and its increasing prevalence has impacted the human life radically in last few decades. So in my own life, I cannot leave or I cannot leave my house without a mobile phone. So I feel secure that I have a mobile phone and I can contact if I was in trouble, or I could ring my family. So also social networking is also another great form of communication. People living in the different world, they can communicate, or they want to need a contact with the friends, the people across the world. So digital technology does not make a person smarter, and it is also does not make a person more beneficial. So it helps to improve our technology, it helps to improve our communication, it helps to exchange our traditions as well as the culture. So the digital technology has also a link with the globalization, because it helps to improve our communication and also the transport facilities. And I also want to say that the uses the digital technology in a proper way and use it only for our users. And once the Christian Lewis, a historian, said that technology is a useful servant, but it also changes to a dangerous master. Thank you.
Next participant, Sanjay.
Yeah. Am I audible, sir?
Perfectly.
So technology has helped and can make our world more peaceful and equal. Digital advancement can support and accelerate our goal for ending poverty, reducing the mortality rate, promoting farming in a sustainable way, provide better education, and create jobs. But technology have also possesses some threat to our privacy and security, both in national and our personal. And more dependency on in digital technology, where one has the data is the has the power, and we are facing some challenges like data privacy, security, data theft, etc. So the bigger challenge is who has the data, who owns the data, who monitors the data, and who controls it, and one who can use it ethically to provide a better service. Or so this has what impact in our human rights and our human capabilities. So we, the government and the businesses, are at a point where we have to make our choice in who can manage and harness and use this technology in ethical way. Thank you.
The next participant, Anjali Salif.
Good evening. As all my colleagues said, using technologies ethically and being careful of the security issues would actually enhance our life and the way that we live, especially considering our life situations in the 1920s, where the Black Death or the plague happened, and comparing it to the 2020, where the corona pandemic is happening. We can see a clear-cut difference of how digital technologies have helped us to survive in this pandemic situation, and how it is causing us less trouble even during the pandemic situation. We can see that a day without our Wi-Fi or internet is unimaginable in today's world. But we also need to know that we shouldn't replace digital technology for humans. Even though AI, augmented reality, and all the digital advancements play a major role in today's economy, our world and all, we also need to know that our human brains also need to emotionally emotionally analyze the situations and work according to that. Also, in today's world, the psychological or physical problems are arising due to digital technologies, and it can actually affect us to a more degree than we expected. But still, we humans do have the IQ, or do have the common sense to understand or to know to what extent we need to adapt these digital technologies, so that these do not cause a problem, or um, these do not cause a problem in our life, and do not cause security issues so as to invading our privacy or security. So that's it. Thank you.
So I'm audible.
Yes, perfectly, Oshit.
Okay. As we know, as the technology has a positive and a negative way, so we should be in a positive manner in the technologies, and please avoid, mainly avoid the negatives for from the technologies. Being negative, and oh, that's it. And we should promote technologies in our mainly in human beings health sectors. I mean, like computerization in this health sectors, and which helps us in hospitals, and mainly to communicate good ways. I mean, good ways to be in that. That's all. Thank you.
And we have the last participant, Aparna Suresh. Over to you, Aparna.
Sir, am I audible?
Perfectly, Aparna. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So the technology has been developing for the past many years, and it will be developing in the future too. And the fact is, we the humans, we don't want to go back into ordinary or the old lifestyle where we didn't have digital technologies. So the only thing we the human beings could do is adapt and channelize our lives according to the modern and digital technologies that is developing in the society. As and it is completely depending on us how we receive these technologies. If you want to receive it in an unproductive way, then it will surely create a negative impact in your life. At the same time, if you receive it in a productive manner, it will create a positive impact in your life. And our ancestors used to say that we have to sacrifice something in order to develop ourselves. So just let's just close our eyes to those small negative impacts so that we can have a better future in the head. Thank you.
Perfectly, Abhinav. Thank you very much. So this is a great opportunity that we had nearly five participants for the final round of UN 75 session 2, and Mr. Ebin from Trivandrum district, and Sanjay Kalita from Guwahati, Assam, Anjali Salif from Ernakulam district, and Oshin Sivarnas Basil from Mahi, Puducherry, Aparna Suresh from Thrissur. It's a perfectly wonderful session that we had. I will take 2 or 3 minutes just to consolidate the marks, and we'll be back within no time. Please feel free. You can discuss in between in case if you want to know more about your participants in the UN 75. Ma'am, Professor Mary Joseph, it's once you consolidate, you can present the thing. I'm also just consolidating my marks.
Hello, Shine. Please
Yes.
unmute.
Are you ready? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I am. Good evening, everyone. It was a great evening full of very good deliberations and discussions. A lot of fruitful, really fruitful activity that came out of the five participants. Really well done. All of you deserve good. I mean, congratulations for reaching till here. So I'll just go to the marks first. That is Ebin, round 1, 27, round 2, 22, and round 3, 21.
Could you please repeat, ma'am? I'm sorry.
Ebin, round 1, 27, round 2, 22, and round 3, 21.
Okay.
Next we have Sanjay Kalita, round 1, 30, round 2, 23, and round 3, 22.
Okay.
Then Anjali Salif, round 1, 28, round 2, 22, and round 3, 22 again.
Okay.
Next, Austin Severus Basil, round 1, 25, round 2, 20, and round 3, 15, 1, 5.
Okay.
Next, last, we have Aparna Suresh, round 1, 32, round 2, 25, and round 3, 23.
23. Yeah.
Did you get me?
Yes. Yes. Perfectly, ma'am.
Okay then.
My marks, I would like to present. I'm sharing my entire screen with you all, so that you will also get an detail about the results. We had some technical difficulty with Bruce Matthew. He couldn't complete, so I'm not taking his results even for the round 1 too. He was there throughout the round 1, but he couldn't join back in round 2 and round 3. So I'm skipping him. So in round 1, Ebin scores 25 out of 40. Sanjay scores 33 out of 40. Anjali scores 32 out of 40. Austin scores 28 out of 40. Aparna Suresh scores 33 out of 40. And in round 2, Ebin scores 9 out of 30, 15 out of 30 by Sanchi, 12 out of 30 by Anjali. Austin scores 9 out of 30. Aparna Suresh scores 18 out of 30. And in round 3, Ebin scores 10 out of 30. Sanjay scores 18 out of 30. Anjali scores 12 out of 30. Austin scores 10 out of 30. Aparna Suresh scores 20 out of 30. So when we consolidate the totals, the total is 114 for Ebin. Sanjay scores 141. Anjali scores 128. Austin scores 107. Aparna scores 151. So I'm going to take the average of two faculties, as there were only two jury members. I'm going to take the average of the members. So Ebin scores 57. Austin scores 53.5. Ebin scores 57. Anjali scores 64, Sanjay scores 70.5, and Aparna Suresh scores 75.5, and the winner is Aparna Suresh for UN 75 digital technologies. Uh,
Thank you
so,
so much, sir.
congratulations, Aparna.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And you will be, from now on, you will be the ambassador for the impact of digital technologies of UN 75 of Albertian Foundation of St. Albert's College Autonomous. And at the end of 7 series, there's 7 topics that we have. At the end of the 7th topic, after the 7th topic, we will have 7 ambassadors representing various verticals of UN 75, the various themes of UN 75, and we will all come together to hear the ambassadors talk at the end of UN 75 series. So thank you very much once again to all the participants. I would like to congratulate and thank all the participants, the 5 participants who were there in the final round, Mr. Ebin, Sanjay, Anjali, Austin, and Aparna. You have done a wonderful piece of work during the 3 rounds on today, and even during the round 1 and round 2 of the program. And I especially congratulate Aparna Suresh for winning the ambassador's title. And further, I would like to thank our beloved jury members, Professor Mary Joseph, who hails from the Department of Botany and Research of St. Albert's College Autonomous, and she is also the Dean Student Affairs of St. Albert's College. That's why she will be there throughout the UN 75 series of seven series. And we also had Bruce Matthew, who is basically into computer science, who spearheads the FORCE activities in Kerala. FORCE is free open source software that was launched, which we are well aware about, the Linux operating system and so on. He is a promoter of the FORCE, and he's also a state board member of the FORCE activities in Kerala. Further, he is also an LMS expert, and he was there in the round 1, but he couldn't complete complete the round 2 and round 3. But in his absence, also, I would like to thank for his sincere presence, and as well as his accepting our invitation for this program. And further, I would like to thank all the coordinators who were there throughout the program, and especially the Arati Salif, who coordinated the Series 2, the digital impact of digital technologies, UN 75 impact of digital technologies. So congratulations and thank you very much, Arati Salif, for your wonderful work. She was there from the beginning, and she was constantly contacting the people, participants, registered participants, all the I forgot. Arati Salif, how many? What was the total registrations that we had? I forgot. I'm really sorry.
So we had almost 55.
55 total participants. Okay, thank you very much, Arati. And we had 55 participants for the UN 75 S2, Series 2, that is an impact of digital technologies. And after the various levels, in the final level, we had 5 students representing from the various districts. Except the winner, all others can participate in the next series also. I believe that it will be declared on tomorrow itself, and we will be sharing the information through our student coordinators to all of you. I believe that this was a great opportunity for us also to understand the thing. So on behalf of St. Albert's College Autonomous, the Albertian Foundation, I would like to thank student coordinators, especially Arati Salif and Frijin Aruja, and all the the student coordinators. We are a team. They are the team of 9, and all of them are rotating based on each series. Frijin is into the entire coordination with the students itself, and contacting and creation of content and other things is the responsibility of Frijin. Even in my busy schedule, they are the one who keep this live and they are the one who gives the life to this program also. So thank you very much to all the student coordinators. So on behalf of St. Albert's College, once again, I thank you, thank each one of you for the wonderful presentation, and congratulations to Aparna Suresh, the ambassador of UN 75, Impact of Digital Technologies. So once again, before signing off, I would like to announce the UN 75 third session that will be shared on tomorrow. Please do register and participate in the program. There is a wonderful opportunity post-COVID era. We will have a wonderful things that is going to come, and I believe that this will be a great opportunity for you all to meet even the UN people. So thank you very much. Signing off. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.